guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Akanksha. So in today's video, we are going to talk about menstrual cups. I know I said this a long time ago that I'm going to make a video about it. I told that on Instagram because I wanted to do that. This is my first experience and this is what I felt kind of vlog. This was back in September, but months later, here we are. I actually did try it for the first time, but I feel like, there was a lot going on. I was very overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. I did not know the right thing to do, so I did not want to post something which was misinformed. Now, 6 to 7 months in, I've tried multiple cups and I know what I like. I'm going to talk about everything in detail. And obviously, because, it's 6 months ago, the footage is going to be from my older house. So I'm going to add bits and pieces of that vlog which I did. So like I did that vlog, but it does not have all that information. And I stopped vlogging it mid period because I had few issues. So I'm going to talk about various things, my experience, and give you a little more info. Of course, I'm not a professional here. This is just my experience with this period cup. I watched tons of videos before, using it and making a decision. So I'll link, all the videos which I've checked, or few of the videos which can, help you refer like how to insert, remove, etc., like a lot more like technical and professional information. This is what my personal experience is and what I think about the cups. So let's get started. I have the cup right here. So there are a few videos I saw before making this video. I really want to try this. So I got this Sirona pad-free period cup, so basically a menstrual cup in the size medium. They said if you're like 22 and above or something like that, everything is there on the website. Now I'm just gonna sanitize this. So I think I'll get my periods in next 4 to 5 days, or maybe like maximum 1 week. So I just want to try this previously, so I'll have this on for like 2-3 hours or more today, just so that I know I'm comfortable. Then I can directly use it when I have period. I don't want to use it directly on that day because I would not know what to do. There's like going to be blood and everything. Sorry. So they gave a menstrual cup wash and an intimate wash, so I'm gonna use these two. Oh my god, it took me a minute to get there. So I took my time. It took me almost 20-25 minutes to properly get it, and mainly because it was in my head, I was a little scared. So it is in. Right now I'm pretty comfortable. I don't feel anything, except there's like that what do you call that pointy thing of the cup which is coming outside. I can feel that a little. Rest of the part I'm pretty comfortable. Yeah, I will check back in like 3-4 hours. I'll put it on for 5 to 6 hours today. So we have successfully inserted and removed the cup, but there's a lot of learning curve in this. When the cup is in, my lower stomach hurted a little bit, like it's a little bit of pain, a mild sensation, I don't know what to call it. My stomach is paining, guys. Hey guys, just got my period. I woke up to my period. So it's around 7 o'clock. I put the cup in. This time actually it was quite easier to put than the first time because I kind of figured it out, I think. So I made sure the suction is good, or basically like it sat well. Put the cup in, but I think I'm even going to wear a pad, just in case. I mean, it's first time, mishaps can happen. At 6:50, I just took a shower. I actually went rushed into a shower because I had a little bit of leakage. I put the cup around 8 o'clock, so it's like almost 10 hours. There was no leakage, but post that 9.5, 10 hours, maybe it got overflowed, or maybe I don't know what happened. I'm a person who bleeds a lot. I do have a lot of excess flow, and I was sleeping in a very weird position, so that also could be a reason, because it was almost in the ending, and I was doing all that stupid stuff. So yeah, that was my first response, a first experience of a cup. Now the first time I did try the Sirona cup, and I tried the size medium. So I did stop vlogging mid-period because I was extremely uncomfortable. The first 2 days was fine. I think the pain which I was getting from the cup was not as much as the pain I got from the cramps. It kind of overpowered it, so I did not notice it. But the third and fourth day, it was still paining. And usually for me, I just have cramps, bad cramps the first 2 days, and then I'm fine after that. So even after third day, I was having this pain, I don't know how to describe. So when your bladder is extremely full and you don't pee, there's a certain type of pain, right? So that type of pain I was getting with the cup. So I just stop using this after the third day because it was not happening, and I felt sick also during that time. So I of course could not be related to this, but my mom was like, it's because of that, so stop using it. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll stop using it. I was sick, I was actually very overwhelmed, I was thinking too much about it, I was very scared, etc. So I stopped using it the first time. So what I thought is probably it became too big for me. That's the reason it was like kind of paining. It was pushing up against the bladder a lot because there was less space inside, and this was too big to sit inside. So I ordered a smaller cup. So this was the Sirona medium. I wanted to order small in this, but the small one was out of stock. So I ordered the P Safe smaller one. So I'll put all the diameters and etc. on the screen. So this is a medium cup and this is a small cup. Like this difference would not be like major, but obviously the small sizes only make a difference inside you. So once I bought this cup and I tried this on for the second time, I was very comfortable. Online, because they said 22 and above can use this one, I bought this, but I don't know, it did not fit me that well. It was too big for me. So this one really worked well. So but of course I do have like really heavy flow. So the first 2 days I have to like change this every 8 to 9 hours because it's a smaller cup, it holds lesser blood. But the next 3 to 4 or 5 days I can change it every 12 hours and it works perfectly fine. So let's just talk about how this actually works. So once you put it in and if it sits properly, it creates a vacuum inside. So all the blood is just collected on this and nothing droops out. So when you have to remove it, you have to break the suction and then pull it out. Don't directly pull it out, you can hurt yourself. So once it goes inside, it creates a seal, sits inside until you remove it, and it just collects blood and stays inside. So the first time I used it, like you saw, I was very overwhelmed about inserting and removing it, and I still am till some extent, but I've been using it for a while, so I'm comfortable with it. There's a huge learning curve with this for sure, because it's not something we are used to. It's something very new, like we're trying it for the first time. So of course do your research, whatever works for you, you should do that. So for example, there are a lot of different folds you can do with your cup to insert it inside. So the two folds which I like or worked out for me is, one is like you bend and you do this is the U shape. So you put this, you do this and you put it inside. Or one more is the punch down. So you just press like this and you make it like narrow and then it goes inside. So this one is a very narrow one, so it's easier to go. But for me personally, with this one, the problem I had is once it went inside, it was difficult for the cup to open up, and I had leakages because of it. So I always usually prefer this U one. It's a little bigger to go inside, but once it goes, it just pops open really easily, and you don't have to do that extra work of making it open. Usually the punch down one, the cup is like folded in half and it's really difficult for it to open inside. So that's personally for me, you worked. For other people, punch down works. So you have to do a research about that. Like I told you, you have to do what works for you, and that was just one of the examples of what you can learn and try and test. Another thing could be like the position it is. Like few people squat down and do, few people sit on the toilet and do, few people, like there are various different positions you can make yourself comfortable in so that you can insert your cup easily. Of course you need to go to a really like comfortable washroom to do this. And one more thing is you need to be very comfortable with your own body. I know a lot of people get disgusted by such things, so if you're like that person and you're not comfortable doing it, then of course this is not for you. But this is a really good option and I would thoroughly recommend it. If you're a person who's using tampons or pads since a long time and you want to switch it up to a cup but you are skeptical, then you should definitely, like I would 100% recommend it. I would never ever go back to a pad again or tampon again. So of course sometimes there can be leaks because not always the cup sits in properly, but even when there are leaks, they're very minute. It's not like it'll stain through your outfit or anything. So I feel this is the perfect time for you to try as well, because for the next few months we are at home anyways again. So even like when you get your period and want to try the cup, you are still at home. So if you're skeptical about going out with the cup, then this is the time you can try it, because you're at home and it'll work out perfectly. If something goes wrong also, you are like just your bathroom is like what 5 feet away, you can go, you can change, try it again. And one more thing is you cannot have nails, you guys. I don't know if there are people who have nails and use menstrual cups, but personally for me it's not it. Like whenever I get my periods, I chop off my nails, because like you have to fold this in and put it in. Like I feel nails kind of hurt you down there. Like personally for me, even when I have tiny bit of nails and something like it's rough or uneven, it does hurt. So I don't want to do that. So personally, I've had a beautiful experience with menstrual cups, and I've tried 3 different cups. So I'm going to talk about them. So like I told you, one I tried is the Sirona medium cup, which was too big for me. Then I tried the P-Safe small one, which was perfect for me. And one more thing I tried, like I'm a pro reviewer. I need to try, a lot of things if I want to make a really good decision. Then I tried the Carnation one as well. So this and this are of like the same size and hold the same amount, but in this Carnation is medium and P-Safe is small, because Carnation has even more smaller version of this, which is amazing. So because after this there's no smaller option in P-Safe, Carnation has that. So for there's a smaller version than this one also for teenagers, etc. So Sirona's medium would be large for Carnation. So the size and etc. is very dependent from brand to brand, and you have to figure out what works for you. 3 of these cups are really, really good, but be mindful that you have to sterilize it really well. Before I use it, I boil it in water for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I use it. So every time, like once you're done using it, just boil it and keep it, store it inside, or just boil it prior to using it, so that you don't have like any bacteria etc out there. You don't want to put that in your vagina and get like some infection or something. So only important thing about this is sterilization. Like one thing of course is like don't panic when you're doing it, because the more you panic, the more stiffer your body gets, and the more difficult it is to insert or remove it. So you have to kind of stay calm, do like prepare yourself mentally, because I've panicked and it kind of gets difficult as well. So you need to calm down, take deep breaths if you're really scared, and then go ahead and do it. Let's go with pros and cons of pads versus menstrual cups. Okay, so when it comes to the pads pros, I don't see any pros right now. But when it comes to cons, there are so many. Not good for the environment, not good for your body. If you don't know, pads are supposed to be changed every 6 to 8 hours, no matter how much you bleed, because it can get toxic for your body. Imagine like you bleed for 6 days and you use 4 pads every day. That's 24 pads, which is almost like 250 to 300 bucks. So it's not cost effective, because you have to buy that every month. It is not cheap. Or is you constantly feel it, the stickiness, the rashes, all that shit. We don't want that. And when it comes to pros of the cup, it is so much. It is not irritating, it's good for the environment, it's good for your body, it's cost effective, because you just have to buy one, you guys, and this will go on for years. So the expiry date of each cup depends from brand to brand, but mostly everything is about 2 years anyways. So you just buy one thing for 300 and 350 rupees, and this goes on for years and years. You don't have to buy again, and you're not restricted to do anything. You can work out in this, there won't be any leaks, you can swim, you can go on a vacation. You really don't have to rethink going on a vacation or a beach vacation next time you have periods, because it does not matter. Like you would not feel uncomfortable going in water, because the blood is not anywhere outside, it's inside, it's secure, it's safe, and you're good to go. When it comes to cons in menstrual cup, the only thing I would say is sterilizing. Like it's not a con, it's just like obviously a precaution you need to take, which you always have to do. And the second one would be you have to be very comfortable with your body, and you have to be careful. As a like huge learning curve. I don't really see these as a coins, but this is my personal experience. It has been amazing, and I've been recommending cups to my friends like since I've tried cups, because it's so much better. Like there's a saying in like I think menstrual cup community, because I've seen a lot of videos and people always say that my period game is never going to be the same again, and I truly say that it has just changed everything. Like I feel so much more comfortable. Like I'm not irritated by periods. Like already you're very cranky because of all the hormones. And pads, like I never tried tampons, so when I'm wearing pads, I used to get more irritated because of all that chick. So now I don't have that. So I will link all these 3 cups. So yeah guys, that's it. This is not a sponsored video. This is just my experience, and I would really recommend you to try a cup. Virginity is a myth. Like it does not break your virginity, it does not do anything. It is just a cup, you guys. You are doing it for you. Who's a man to take your virginity anyway? Like don't preserve it for a man, do it for yourself. And it's a societal term anyways. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope somebody is motivated to use a cup because of this. And if you please shift to menstrual cup after this, let me know. I would love to know, you guys. Like, I would love to know that like I kind of changed your mind to use it, because I would feel so happy that you've been on this journey because of me. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then make sure like and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video.